WBT.
Halftime in Cleveland. The Pistons were up 10 with 3 minutes left in the half, and the Cavs closed the half on a 9-2 run. Welcome on in. I'm Taylor Rooks with Dirk, Steve, BG, and UD. And man, oh man, these turnovers, they have been huge in this series, impacting both teams tonight. A combined 23 turnovers in the first half, 13 for the Cavs, 11 for the Pistons. Those are not good numbers, UD.
Yeah, and this is a possession game. This is probably going to come down to the last couple of possessions, but once you look at the last couple of possessions, you can't forget about what happened in that first quarter. If you're the Detroit Pistons, you got to be kicking yourself right now, only up 3. After you dominated the first quarter with your disruption, deflections, you shot the ball better than you've ever shot the ball in this series so far. You did everything you could in that first quarter to put yourself in a double-figure lead position, and you give it up at the end of the second quarter, so you're definitely kicking yourself. But on the other side, if you're the Cleveland Cavaliers, you're confident going into that second half. The way you've played, your bigs have matched that energy of the other bigs, and you're down 3 at home.
The Cavs need a better half from James Harden. You know, that's just the bottom line. He's not the James Harden of old, but he's still super capable. He's had great stretches in this series, and we need him to be decisive and just go make plays. Right now, he's casual. He's second-guessing himself, and I just want to see him get to it, whether it's isoing, pulling up, or getting off it early. Decisive, quick decisions, and play early. I think every time we hold the ball, we wait. You know, it makes it harder and harder on James to be successful. And then the casualness. I think that's an epidemic between both teams right now. But James in particular, he can win them this game by just cleaning it up and being decisive.
And I mean, when we talk about those turnovers, James has 5 and Cade also has 5, Dirk.
Cade scored terrifically. He made some bad decisions there, especially down at the half when they were up 12 and could have taken a comfortable lead in a halftime. Made some bad plays, made some nonchalant passes there and some turnovers. But scoring-wise, he's been incredible. Getting to his spots, shooting over guys. I mean, that's what he does. He's been shooting the 3-ball really well the last couple of games. So then that makes him super tough to guard if he hits a step back like that. I liked what I saw from Duran. Did you see the tongue wag? He got a little swag to him. I think he needs to play with some confidence, some swag. I see him. He put the ball on the floor a little bit, spun, get to the rim. So they need him to be active and play well. For sure.
Almost did a spin in your chair right there.
Hey, there we go.
Yeah, I liked what I saw from Detroit. I mean, just coming out, sort of setting the tone physically. Asar needs to be careful with 3 fouls, but just his activity is unbelievable. I mean, Cleveland, if you see Asar Thompson, go the other way. Do not try to dribble.
I mean, we got chippy here.
Duncan throwing his hand up like that's not a foul. I taught you better than that, Dunk.
Yeah, just some careless turnovers, but you know, the fight for Cleveland to get back in it. I mean, but the one thing we do know about this series is no team is out of it. They will let you back in. So, like we said, taking care of the ball, that's the biggest story. Offensive rebounds. Whoever does that first, I feel like is going to win.
Yeah, this also is kind of singing the same song as Game 5. The half did end similarly to this. We know what happened in that game. But not only do the Pistons lead at half, they're outscoring the Cavs in the paint. Points off turnovers, bench points, fast break points, more rebounds. But as you said, they are not up by as much as you would think if you hear those facts there. All right, a reminder, if the Pistons do hold on to win this game, we will be right back here on Sunday for a Game 7 between Cleveland and Detroit here on Prime. All right, Cade doing his best to keep Detroit's season alive. He's got a game-high 16 points. The Pistons lead the Cavs 54-51. The half, presented by AT&T, continues after this. On Prime. In the East, it's Game 6 of the Cavs and Pistons. Later on out west, the Spurs will try to close out the Timberwolves. Minnesota needs a win to force a Game 7. And with the start of the NBA Finals less than 3 weeks away, look what we've got. The Larry O'Brien Trophy is in the building. Also in the building, we've got Dirk Nowitzki, Steve Nash, Blake Griffin, Udonis Haslam. I'm Taylor Rooks. Very beautiful, shiny trophy there. I want one word that you think of when you see the Larry O'Brien. I'll start with you, UD.
Me first?
Yep.
Oh.
Why don't we come back to you? What do you got, BG?
Go ahead. Go ahead, BG.
Elusive.
Distant.
Memory.
Oh, gross.
Oh, my gosh,
UD,
Dirk.
you
I
got
could have said
something.
that.
Glorious?
Huh?
Glorious?
Nah, I'm trying to find another word, Steve.
He's trying to find a UDism. You got one,
important.
UD? There we go. Important.
Important. Important.
Not that important.
Yeah, I mean, depends who you are.
Actually,
What are your values?
Actually, not that cool.
How important is it, Dirk?
It was big.
All right, well, I have 2 words to describe tonight, and that is potential elimination. All right, in game 5, you like that?
A lot of syllables.
In game 5, a 3 from Tobias Harris with the Pistons up by 9 with just over 3 minutes remaining. Then the Cavs made their comeback, a driving layup there from Donovan Mitchell. We had a 3 from Evan Mobley, all part of a 9-0 Cleveland run to close out regulation. In the final seconds, Spida stripped by Asar Thompson. At the end of on to OT. We have some disagreements up here. Max Strus in Cleveland started OT on a 9-2 run with a layup from Mitchell.
You're going to have to choke the life out of this team, right? We're not going to go down without a fight. We're not going to go down without kicking, punching, crabbing, clawing. And that's just who we are. And we've been in this position before. And we were able to work our way through it.
We've had our back against the wall before. And at the end of the day, I mean, if we can't win a game on the road, how far are we really going to get in the playoffs? How far are we going to get in this league? So, got to go win a game on the road. That's what we're going to go do.
I mean, Cade said it best. Detroit's backs are against the wall. I want to know what stood out about how Detroit lost, BG.
Just careless turnovers, you know, some mistakes that young teams do make. But the thing that they've shown us is they're resilient. I mean, this will be their 4th time facing elimination in this playoffs. And you don't want to ever have a game like that up 9 under 3 minutes. But it happens. You know, the one player I'm sort of looking at is Jalen Duren right there. He was so good in the regular season and hasn't been able to find that same rhythm. And he needs to get going. And I say he because at this point of the playoffs, like, he might have to do this on his own, right? The time you start hunting shots and forcing stuff, you sort of get outside of your game. The one thing you can do, especially as a big, go play harder than people, go bully, go use your strength, which is strength, to go get offensive rebounds. If it's not there, you don't feel good about it, kick it out, be active. It's amazing how the ball, especially in the playoffs, finds energy. So keep moving. And they don't need him to be any different than he was. They just need him to do it harder and put more and more pressure on these bigs. So he's a guy that I'm looking to tonight to really change the tempo in Game 6.
I think losing Duncan in that game, I think that really hurt them. When you look at the spacing, and we talk about Jalen Duren and what he needs to be impactful, you need spacing out on that court, not just for him, but also for Cade as well. So I think Duncan in that game where they hit him down the stretch, they hit Cade down the stretch. Duncan had 17 points that game. He was 5 for 9 from 3. Dennis Jenkins had 14 points that game. He shot the 3-ball well. And if you see this one right here, the spacing is just bad right here. When they hit Cade, it comes back to the top. Asar should not be in that middle. We need to have an option to either drive or make that pass. There's no way to drive that ball. Now Tobias gets stuck with the ball at the top of the key. He has to take a shot down the stretch, a bad shot. So the spacing is very, very critical, and Duncan Robinson has to help that spacing. So I'm happy he's back in that lineup tonight.
And I think the Cavs have recognized the incredible responsibility on Cade Cunningham offensively. And they've taken the tone of, let's wear this guy out. We're going to pick him up full court. He's got to make every play for this team. Then they've started to switch every pick and roll to make him manufacture one-on-one. And I think it's just making it exhausting for him. He's just had a 7-game series. He plays both sides of the ball. He's playing 40-plus minutes a game. He's got to make everything happen for this team. And without the spacing and just having him go one-on-one, he can get favorable matchups. They'll let him have Merrill. They'll let him have Harden, whoever he wants. They'll put bodies behind and they say, you got to make it happen over and over and over. And I think that is a big toll. He's going to need some help tonight from guys like Duren, from guys like Robinson, if they have a chance of winning.
On the Cavs side, I'm looking at Allen and Strus. Both had fantastic Game 5s. Allen had a big double-double, 16 and 10. Do you know that they're 18-4 this year when he has a double-double? So they're a different animal. Come on.
Big stat.
That guy?
They are a different animal when he's active in the paint. He had 2 big blocks. He's been great, obviously, around the rim. So when he's active, he gets rebounds, he gets stickbacks. They're a different team. And then Strus has been fantastic, especially there. I thought everybody's going to talk shooting. He had 6 threes. I thought in the first half, Cleveland didn't have much going, and he kind of kept them up, kept them scoring with his big 3-point shooting. But I also like his physicality on defense. He's guarding Cade at times. He's keeping loose balls alive. He had this big steal in overtime that we saw earlier. So I just love his activity and his competitiveness.
Yeah, after the game, Kenny Atkinson said they got that win because of Max Strus. Strus. He finished that game 5-win with 20 points, 8 rebounds, knocking down 6 out of 8 threes. And earlier, our Christina Pink caught up with him.
Okay, so Max, first of all, I love hearing your teammates and coaches, as Dawn walks by, talk about the presence you bring. Some things I've heard was nasty character, maniac competitor. I mean, how would you best describe the edge you bring to the court?
I'm just trying to win. I don't think it's anything too crazy. I'm kind of getting called those names and getting called a maniac, but I'm really just here to win and play as hard as I can, and for some reason that gets characterized as being a maniac.
Well, okay, obviously last game the shot making was huge, but you always do all the little things that contribute to winning, the steals, the rebounding. I mean, when you were coming back from that foot surgery, is this kind of what you imagined contributing?
Yeah, I mean, I think this has always been my game. I think this has always been something that I pride myself on, is being the hardest worker on the floor, trying to do the little things to help teams win, and you know, just doing anything to help. And I think that's always been my main thing. And you can't control whether shots are going to go in or out. So, but you can always control how hard you play. So that's just been my motto since day one, and it's got me where I am, and I'm just going to keep doing it.
Undefeated at home this postseason. How do you guys continue to protect home court tonight?
Keep relying off our fans. They bring us great energy, and get off to a good start, and just play our basketball. We know what wins. We know what we're capable of, and just got to go out there and do it.
All right, thanks so much.
No problem.
Taylor,
Thank you.
back to you.
Great stuff, Christina. Now, if there